beat Zero in pools at Pat's house too, so this is a matchup that happened before in MikeHaze's favor. Pretty sure it's Fox Dittos. I wouldn't expect either of them to do anything else. I'm gonna make sure which Fox is which just right now. Okay, MikeHaze is green. And Zero has the Zero tag. I probably could have noticed that. Are we going right into it? This does not look like a hand warmer. So it looks like we're going in. Okay, good shine by Zero. I think the one frame of invincibility on the shine is what caused that grab to miss. I think against most other moves that the shine just would have, or the grab just would have won. Okay. Solid edge guarding by Zero, when coupled with a bad recovery by MikeHaze, made that not end so well for him. So yeah, a lot of time you'll see Foxes, I think I already said this, but a lot of the time you'll see Foxes doing a lot of backers when they have the opponent cornered, just because it's a move that'll push the other Fox back off stage, and it's not too hard to edge guard a Space Animal as a Space Animal. There's still a lot of mix-ups, but it's definitely a position you do not want to be in as a Space Animal. You don't want to be on stage like that. So yeah, ooh, I like the dash attack. That's really good DI by Zero, though. A lot of the time when you see a Fox dash attack at the edge like that against another Fox, the hope is that the Fox is going to be DIing in. And I mean, a lot of the time they will be, because they're going to be holding towards the stage to try to get back on. But the thing is, if they DI away, then the dash attack doesn't lead to anything. And sometimes that will happen even if they don't expect the dash attack, because the Fox might just be pulling back to the edge. Like maybe they overshot a bit and want to go backwards to grab on the edge. And then the dash attack hits them and they DI away incidentally. Okay. So pretty close game overall so far. Zero still has a pretty good lead. Good neutral air by MikeHaze. It looked like Zero didn't want to be stuck in his shield there, but he released it at a time that wasn't so great because it just ended up getting him hit. This should be a free tech chase. Yeah, if Zero were a little faster on that waveland, I think he could have just reacted and either up smashed or grabbed. Up smash probably being better, since why grant Fox another chance at life? Okay. So MikeHaze doesn't handle the battlefield edges very well there. There's been a couple times so far where MikeHaze would just try to dash against grab, which is a very solid option in a Fox do, and Zero just shine first. We saw that on the first stock, we just saw it again a few seconds ago. Okay. Good maneuvering by MikeHaze just to get back in the center. Although he retreated pretty far after getting back in the center right there. He went over to the right. Not really sure what he was hoping for there. Maybe he was expecting Zero to rush in. Zero as a whole is a player who doesn't really rush in all that much though. Maybe he does more in Fox duos than in other matchups, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen too much of Zero in Space Animal matches. Okay. Oh, Zero messes up. He should die for that. And he does. MikeHaze takes the lead. Zero adjusts his glasses. Okay. So again, MikeHaze just wants... MikeHaze goes in the center and then he always retreats to the side. It's kind of interesting. Maybe he's just expecting Zero to go in a lot. Not entirely sure what the rationale is, but regardless, it is ultimately working for him more than it is for Zero. Granted, that did include kind of a bizarre death on Zero's part, though. Okay, Mike does get a good dash and grab. I really like the forward smash there. Instead of saying I'm going to try to rack up a bunch of damage, he says, okay, I'm just going to put you off stage and try to edge guard you. And it didn't work out, but in the process of the edge guard, he did do good damage on Zero. And that's a really hard shine to land that Mike just did. It's not a sort of shine that I would advise doing, but he made it work for him. So good stuff for that. I have Hybrid here right now. Our SoCal/NorCal Mark, who earlier beat Korean DJ in pools. Okay, and Zero goes FD. It's a stage that kind of makes sense to me from Zero's perspective. He likes to run away a lot. He likes to shoot lasers. He probably likes to chain grab. He just seems like the sort of player who would do that a lot. MikeHaze is too, though. If any of you were around in 2008, 2009, back when Mike still played Melee pretty regularly before becoming more or less a pure brawl player for a long time, he was really known for just camping for raw grabs in neutral and just chain grabbing people forever. And that was how he would sometimes be lucky back in that era. Just lots and lots of chain grabs. So this is a pick that might not necessarily work for Zero as well as you would like it to, but so far it is still working in Zero's favor pretty substantially. Okay, nice dash attacks. I don't necessarily agree with some of the later ones. I think Zero probably could have just, on reaction, converted that into a harsher punishment. He might have just been hoping MikeHaze would DI a dash attack so that it would combo into an up smash. That is something that happens in Space Tunnel matchups quite a lot. Okay, so 2 stock lead. So I'm pretty sure MikeHaze right now is just going to want to grab. I'm going to expect him to look really, really hard for a grab. Okay, here we go. Mike messes that up, but then Zero does a shine and gets grabbed for it. I think Zero just wasn't expecting the shine to work, so he didn't try to jump out of it, but it did, and then Mike got the grab anyways. Good neutral air, I like the neutral air. It's a very Sheik style edge guard, run off, double jump, neutral air. It's something that, at least as a not Fox player, it seems like something that Foxes could afford to do more often. Works for the same reason it does with Sheik, but since Fox slows faster, he can actually get back on stage faster. Okay, got Mike doing his thing. I don't like that forward smash as much as I did the one we saw at the end of the last game, just because it put Zero towards the center of the stage. It wasn't going to put him in an edge guarding position or anything. I think it would have been better to just look for an up tilt, an up air, maybe a back air. Neutral air can be good too. Late neutral airs, if you catch the Fox's DI off guard, if you get them to DI the late neutral air up and in, you can still combo off that a little bit.
Yeah, what do you think about the around 50% neutral airs?
I think it's a legitimate mix-up. Granted, it's probably not something I would do. I would up smash or up tilt or something.
What do you think the benefit of doing it is?
If you catch the other Fox's D off guard, you get another grab, or you get another aerial or up smash. So if you get it, you can get a good follow-up off of it. It's also good for shoving the other Fox closer to the side, assuming that you're in a position to shove them to the side in a fashion like that too. It's something that you see Lucky do a lot. Yeah, Zero just kind of manhandling Mike by the edge, just trying to shut him off stage with a bunch of Nair shines. I like the back air. Just put Mike off
Zero
stage.
has been he is putting up a wall. It's kind of reminds me of Pax's walls. In some ways, how he does them.
Without the Octo shines.
Oh yeah, without those.
And the overwhelming tech skill. Zero's execution is solid, but it's nothing to really write home about. It's definitely enough as a Fox player, though. Okay.
Oh my god!
I don't think that was too bad. I think the position that MikeHaze was recovering from is one that's actually kind of hard to cover as the other Fox.
I felt like, though, he did a little bit too far back, so
yeah.
He dashed back from a little bit too early.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely safer edge guards Mike could have tried to go for.
But yeah, in general, it's pretty good to neutral near the edge because they don't have too much room. But he just misspaced a little bit.
I'm pretty sure he was trying to land on Randall there.
Yeah, probably.
He probably would have been well suited to just do a shine stall first, just to get Randall a little closer to the stage so that would work. Even then, though, Zero probably could cover it on reaction. Like, if Randall is there and clearly visible to both players, it's really difficult to actually use him as an effective mix-up. Okay, good up air. I agree with the back air. It's the simplest option. It's the one that'll do good damage to the other Fox and put him off stage. Okay, nice up tilt back air. I was kind of expecting Zero to just wait for Fox to land and go for a tech chase. But
very textbook, very good.
Yeah, but he realized that he could have just did the back air before Mike could even land on the platform. Yeah, it's hard to shine another Fox out of his up B, just because it has hitboxes that are bigger than you would probably think they are based on the animation.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Zero looking pretty firmly in control. Okay, that was a good use of Randall, because Mike wasn't in a position to stop that at all. Mike would have had to go really deep if he wanted to stop that, and that would have been kind of risky to do just in case that Zero decided to do something like just side B instead. That would be...
Oh, he had that edge.
Yeah. Mike didn't really have much reason to live that. And that time Zero gets it.
Yeah, usually, like, if you're not sure, going for the back there is a pretty safe option to do. Covers a lot. And letting it back on stage is not good.
Oh, good shine. Yeah, a lot of the time if you shine a Space Tunnel in that position on the stage, they'll just die off the bottom before they can even double jump. So it's an especially brutal kill move here in this matchup. Zero keeps shoving Mike to the right side of the stage and just getting solid punishments that Mike really can't do all that much about. That was a hard read.
Maybe you should start. I don't know if that was the edge.
If I were Mike, I probably would have gone back to FD actually. That or Dreamland. I think those would have made more sense from his perspective.
FD